everyone, and welcome back to our final session of Uni 101, How to Thrive at Uni as a Christian. We just want to say a big thank you for watching all of our series so far. If you're only just joining us, you're joining us on the very last episode, so please go back and watch the previous episodes in How to Thrive at Life at Uni as a Christian. And hopefully they've been of help to you. Our last session today focuses on self-motivation. It is a massive jump from going from having a teacher to having a lecturer, from having classes to having lectures, from having homework to having assignments. And it's just this massive big leap where you don't have people standing over you, you don't have to turn up to class, you don't have to hand assignments in, you don't have to do your work. You can just sort of sail through uni life, and you could come out of it with a degree of some sort and never having done work. So it can be a huge problem to try and motivate yourself to actually do work, especially if you're with people who don't really care about doing work. And to be honest, that was me at uni. I was one of the people who didn't care about doing work, and I often tried to sidesway people who were trying to study to have fun instead. So I'm going to give you some hints I learned at uni in how to motivate yourself. And the first thing I would say is that as a Christian, God has placed you there for a reason, and He has a plan for you in mind as to why you are there. And one of the reasons and one of the ways that you can honor God at uni is to study and is to meet assignment deadlines and turn up for lectures and just be a really good example of a good student at uni. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't have fun. It doesn't mean that you can't have a laugh. It doesn't mean that you can't DOS some of the time. Of course, you can do all those things at uni. But one of the best ways to set an example as a Christian and to honour God at uni is to really put yourself into the studying end of it and to motivate yourself to study and to meet assignment deadlines. And I'm telling you, that will be such a huge witness to your lecturers and to your classmates that you are a Christian and that you're honouring God at uni. So, some of the hints that I learned at uni. Set a study time to study. Now, if you don't do this, it doesn't matter how much you plan on studying, you won't. You need to set in stone a time that you're going to study that day. It doesn't matter if you say, I'm going to study later, but I need to do this, this, and this first. This, and this will turn into a full day job, and you'll get to the end of the day and realise that you still haven't studied, and everybody else is going out somewhere to the coffee bar or to the students' union or to see you or to the beach, and you are stuck and you're trying to study but you want to go with them, and you go with them and there's another full day that you haven't done your work. So set a time at uni that you are going to study. Maybe you have free time on a Monday afternoon. So every Monday afternoon you're going to set aside to study. Or maybe it's a Tuesday morning or a Thursday evening. Just set a time every week that you are going to set aside to study, to do your assignments, to do your reading, to try and get some catching up on what the lectures have been. Secondly, give yourself breaks, but go back to study. This is one that always got me. I always give myself a wee 10-minute break in the middle of studying. I went to the students' union to get a drink from the shop. I met some of my friends there and they were playing pool upstairs, and that was me for the next 4 hours, sitting upstairs playing pool whenever I just left all my stuff sitting in the library, intending to go back but didn't. So if you're giving yourself a break at studying, it's totally fine, but go back to studying afterwards. Get a place that works for you for studying. Somewhere quiet that doesn't have distractions, that you can sit and study properly. Now, most people tend to sway towards the library at uni because most people in the library are studying, which aids. Whenever you see other people studying, it aids your studying, like, focus. The library is normally quiet, and it's normally a place that's kind of free from most distractions. So you can really focus on what you're trying to do. It has the books that you need. It has usually a vending machine, and it has internet, so you don't even have to leave the library for a break, which even helps more because it means the less chance of being distracted and pulled away from studying. So go somewhere that works for you, that's quiet and free from distraction. Also, try and shut your phone down whenever it's study time. You can do this in multiple ways. You can put it on Do Not Disturb. You can download apps that shut other apps such as Facebook and Instagram off for a certain amount of time. just try and close your phone down so that you can really focus on what you're doing. There's nothing worse than just getting into studying and getting a message from someone on Facebook, and then you go on Facebook just to see what's happening, and that's you for the next half hour. Try and shut your phone off whenever you're studying. Try and get into a good regime early on in uni. A lot of people see first year as a time to DOS and just make friends and do all these other activities, which is awesome and really useful to do, and you need to get involved and make friends, as Johnny's already said. However, it is important to get into a good regime studying early on, because second, third, fourth and fifth year are coming, finals are coming, dissertations are coming, and you really want to have a good regime early on for studying. You want to have those skills to self-motivate yourself from first year, so that you're not trying to build those skills and try and self-motivate yourself whenever you're 3 or 4 years into uni already. It's really more difficult to do it then. So if you can get a good regime going early on in uni, it really helps and takes the pressure off you a bit whenever you're facing those final years, when it actually matters. Stick to assignment dates. It's so easy to get into a really bad habit of handing assignments in late and just constantly handing assignments in late and constantly needing to get extensions, purely because you haven't been able to motivate yourself to study. Now, there's always going to be times whenever you need an extension at uni, and that's totally fine if it's a necessity. When I was at uni, my granddad died and he was buried on a Saturday, and we had the assignment deadline was that Monday, and I had to ask for an extension because I didn't have time that whole week with the wake and everything going on, and thankfully my lecturers gave it to me, but they only gave out 1 or 2 extensions through the year, and so I was so glad that I hadn't just messed about and not handed assignments in previously in the year, and I could actually get an extension when I really needed it. And they catch on pretty quick if you're the person always coming and asking for an extension. So really try and keep extensions at uni for when you actually really need them and it's really desperate situation, because sooner or later you'll run out of grace and it'll be the time that you really need to get an extension on an assignment or an exam that will just be one time too many and they'll turn you down. So try and stick to assignment deadlines as much as you possibly can. Also, prioritize your workload. I know that sometimes it's easy to get overwhelmed with work at uni, especially when you're trying to motivate yourself. However, look at your workload, see what assignments due first, what exams come in first, and prioritize your workload accordingly. Oftentimes you will find that an assignment isn't due for a week after one of the ones that you have earlier, and you actually don't have very much on in that week, so you can really focus on that one later on. So just try and prioritize your work, and it really helps you to motivate yourself whenever you break it down into smaller chunks than whenever you have this one big load of work to do and you don't even know where to start. Ask for help if you need it. Lecturers are there, and yes, they're a wee bit more scarier than teachers. Whenever you're at uni, they just seem a wee bit more distant than your teachers were, but they're still there. And if you're really struggling and really can't cope with the workload, or you really don't understand something that you're trying to work on, go and ask your lecturer or go to a student who's higher up than you and ask for help. There's always people around that you can ask. Don't sit and struggle on your own and just do nothing because you don't understand. Go and ask someone, and they'll be more than happy to help you and try and help you understand what you're struggling with. And on that note, study with a friend instead of studying on your own. It's really hard to motivate yourself when you're on your own, but when you're with somebody else, it can be so much easier to keep yourself going. One of the instances was just today. I was just about to stop videoing these videos. This is my third one for the day, and I just was about to quit. I've been up from 4 with Hannah and I'm just done. And I went into the house and Johnny was like, no, you have to go out and do that one. Go on, get done quick. And it just motivated me to keep going, where if I had been on my own, I would have gone into the house and lay down in a pile. So studying with a friend can really help you to just get that wee push going that you need to just go across the finish line. And finally, have fun whenever the time comes. When you have a break from work, have fun at uni. When you have time away from assignments and you've finished your studying for the day, when you finish that block time that you set yourself, when it comes to 4 o'clock and you've been studying from 2 o'clock, go out and have a break and have fun and do something with your friends and go into town or go to the beach and just chill and relax. Whenever you get holidays from uni, take your holidays. Don't sit working all the time on holidays. You need your rest, you need a break, you need some downtime, and just take the breaks whenever they come and have fun. That's one of the top ways that you'll keep motivating yourself, is whenever you have fun when you're not working, so that it encourages you to keep working whenever the time comes. So I really hope this has helped you to learn how to motivate yourself in the best possible way when you're at uni. Remember, Johnny and myself are always on the end of Facebook Messenger. If you go onto our FM Transition Facebook page, hit message and just send us a wee message. If you're struggling at uni, if you just need prayer for something, please send us a message and we would love to get in touch with you. If you would like to meet up one-on-one with us, we love meeting people who are at uni and just helping them with that transition from living at home to living at uni. If you want us to come down and meet you somewhere, we'd be more than happy to do that. We'll be praying for you as you journey through your uni life, and please stay in touch with us on your journey so that we can keep going with you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the future. Bye.